my show. I'm Rebecca Berman. I'm so happy you guys are all here with me today. And as you know, my show is me and my colossal cooler as my sidekick, where I pull funny improvisational games and talking points out as I talk to my different guests. And today, we have a really great show. We actually have a theme on our show, which is very exciting to me. Our theme is that everyone here is a dancer. I know you're all thinking, Rebecca, I don't think you can dance. But for today, I am a dancer too. So anyway, I just need to go to the videotape to start off our dancing theme. So check this out. Okay, all right, we're good. So I gotta say, I had to put a little bit of a family plug in. That was my son Max and my dog Zipper. And Max was a little boy then, and I just thought he was so cute doing that dance. He will actually never speak to me again if he watches this episode. So I'm hoping I'm not in too much trouble. But today I have an amazing sponsor on my amazing dancing show. And it is Jackie Gaffney. She is hey Jacqueline, how are you, Jackie? I hope it's okay if I call you that.
That's what everyone calls me, Jackie.
So Jackie is a teacher, dancer, and choreographer.
Yes, I am.
It is amazing to have you here today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited.
Yeah, so Jackie, tell me a little bit about, you're a professor of dance at Hunter College.
Uh-huh.
And you also have a dance organization.
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to mispronounce it, so I feel horrible, and I feel like I might need you to pronounce it.
It is a tongue twister. It is a little.
Exousia?
Exousia.
I knew, okay.
Mm-hmm. Exousia.
Exousia Dance Company.
Dance and fitness company, yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about it, and then we'll show a video.
I picked the name Exousia because the Greek meaning of it is power, and dance has power.
Oh, wow.
Dance does have power. It's a creative expression. We can use it to express ourselves politically, socially, and it has power to it. So when I found that name, I said, wow, that's very different and unique. And so Exousia Dance and Fitness is a collaboration of dance and exercise fitness. When Michelle Obama had that whole project of Let's Move, it kind of jumped at me because our children need to exercise.
Right.
But what a way to get them to exercise is through dance. So Exousia is a collaboration, again, of dance and fitness, where we introduce various styles of dance to students, from hip-hop, jazz, modern, African, ballet. And we go into the school systems and different organizations, and we bring the arts to students. And Exousia goes to various places. We have the dance company called Exousia Dance Company,
right,
which is building bridges of unity.
Okay.
And breaking down racial, gender barriers, and bringing the unity of dance together to break everything that we have in this crazy world of violence and discrimination. And Exousia represents peace and unity coming together.
Well,
a dance company.
I love that because that to me is what dance is all about.
Exactly, power.
Yeah, it really is, and it really does bring people together.
Yes, it does.
And whether you're a dancer like myself or a professional dancer like you, that's a perfect example of your mission.
Yes.
Do people, do you only go into schools to do your program, or do people come to you?
Right now we have people we come to the schools.
Right.
Sometimes I'll have programs and workshops where we'll get space and we'll either rent. Right now we're in the process of opening up, having a building. We can actually say we have business with no walls right now.
Right.
But sometimes what we do
I know that feeling.
You know that feeling. So right now what we're doing is sometimes we'll use spaces of different community centers, schools, and we'll do various workshops.
Right, okay.
And we use the arts. It really brings out as a therapeutic expression for children and adults. We don't just have it for children, we have it for adults, high school students, college students, elderly, because we realize that dance can be a therapeutic form of expressing and to help people in mentally, socially, physically, and every aspect of it, because it draws the attention to people.
I think that we have a videotape.
Yes.
Can you guys play that videotape of Jackie's dance program? That's beautiful.
And this whole piece is about a journey coming back from the past to the present, really.
Right.
And it really represents the woman in the center. She represents history. And the younger people there, they represent present day.
Right.
And that's what this particular whole piece is about. And we did that at Hunter College about a couple of years ago.
Right.
And that was really the beginning of the launch of it. If you could see, we have a various audience there. You can see some heads there.
Yes, yes.
And it was really to show a timeline representing a past of the arts and how the next generation is going to start to take that arts and bring it to another expression. Yeah.
And do you also, within being a professor at Hunter, do you incorporate, things and topics from your dance company?
Yes, what I do, I'm an adjunct professor at Hunter.
Right.
And basically, my class is West African and Afro-Contemporary.
Okay.
And what's so great about it is that the African culture has played a strong contribution to the modern dance mainstream.
Right.
If we look at a lot of movements from hip-hop, modern, and even some movements of ballet, we can see how these other various art forms have borrowed from the African and Afro-Caribbean dance, from movements of isolation, rotation. So the African Afro-Caribbean plays a strong role in the modern dance and contemporary mainstream. We're finding out a lot of artists are borrowing or using movements from the culture of African dance and collaborating and with their choreography.
Right.
And so it's really a great art form to venture in if you're just starting dance, because African dance is a cultural art form. It's not a technique.
Right.
And anyone can take the class. It's for anyone. And if you notice, they've started to put it in a lot of your fitness gyms.
Right, yes.
Sports and fitness. You notice that they'll have a whole itinerary of exercise classes, but you'll also see an African dance class there, because we find out it is a type of fitness, but also a dance class. So you're getting a collaboration of both fitness and dance movements.
So through your dance program, do you feel that you're kind of budding out into becoming an original, dance organization where you're really teaching African and Caribbean dance, where you're not finding it, you're not finding these other dance schools teaching the same?
No, they may have, some of them do, but in terms of what we do is we don't just focus on the African, but we also bring in how the African and contemporary are unified together.
Right.
So we'll also bring in and have students explore the whole aspects of other art forms, hip hop, breakdancing, which comes out of the capoeira. So we also will show how ballet and African have similarities in terms of movements. So it's not just the African as a form of a dominating of the art form of all dance, but see how we all are very familiar. The movements are very familiar. They have some similarities to it. So, and it's a great part in terms of an introduction of taking a dance class before you venture in the other art forms, because you're moving every part of the body. So it is a very good introduction before do I want to step into a modern dance class first? African is a good style or art form that you can start off with, because you're beginning to move and beginning to understand freedom, how to be freely express your body, how to move, how to improv. Every art form is in in the African dance culture. So it's excellent, and there's even though it's an art form that comes strictly from out of Africa, everyone is jumping on board with it, regardless of what culture you are,
right?
Because it's very helpful in every aspect. Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
Yes.
And so when somebody comes to take your class, do you start off just with the basic? Like, is there any moves you can teach me?
Yeah, well, with African, because there's no levels in it. And we may hit a part of Africa, for instance, we may do a dance called kuku, which is a dance that comes from Ghana. So there's certain dances that may be a little bit more challenging, and some are not. But what I do when my students come in, I just let them move freely.
Right.
And I just go, just move, just have fun, allow your body just to free yourself up and just move. And then we start, talking about the different movements of the isolation, the rotation of the hips, and beginning to get them to understand how to really move their bodies. But it's really more just a free expression. How I let the students come in and begin to start there. Yeah.
And how did you come to developing this dance program?
In 1985, until my 80s, I started teaching exercise fitness, and I was doing that prior to going to school.
Okay.
And I started teaching fitness in all your different gyms, just an aerobic instructor.
Right.
And then I started as to collaborate dance movements in my fitness class.
Right.
And then I started using African dance movements, and my classes got popular all across the United States. I would do different expos and different workshops for different organizations and different school programs and different dance organizations. And that's how it really got started. It's been going pretty strong.
That's great.
Ever since then, yeah.
That's great. And you have other people who also teach your classes.
Yeah, I've trained students. I also work with a program at Hunter, which is Dance Ed, and it's a methods course, and sometimes I'm asked to come in as a master teacher and teach teachers how to implement the African cultural dance from K through 12. So a lot of teachers will come in and they're learning the art form, and a lot of them now are teaching it in the school systems, whether they're strong African based or not. The way that I teach and teach teachers, my method is how to come across using the cultural African dance in various houses used for social studies, how's used for science, how's used for fitness, and how to implement it in their dance classes. So I have teachers teaching, and also some of the women and men in my dance company, they also teach for me as well. They've learned my style and my the way that I approach the technique of African dance, and a lot of them are teaching as well.
Now, did you have to travel in order to learn all these specific dances? Or
I did some traveling on fortunately, a lot of the people of the Ivory Coast came here to the United States, and I began to study with them as well. I've gone to the Caribbean, and I've learned there as well. So yeah, I've pretty much here. I mean, I always tell people New York, and I believe California is, here is the place of the arts.
Right.
And a lot of my background of studying the art of West African and Afro-Caribbean dance is right here in New York City.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I had to go, I think, all the way to Barbados to first see a junka. Am I saying it properly?
Yeah.
So to see a whole performance of that, when I could have just called you up.
Yeah. But now, the cultural dance of that art form, it is now all over the city, as well as people are collaborating the different movements. Yeah. But yes, you're welcome to come and take class with me anytime. Yes.
Well, that is great. And before you leave us, even though you're welcome to stay and watch the rest of the show, I greatly appreciate you and your dance company being our sponsor this week.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Exousia.
Yes, dance
and fitness company.
Yes.
So I have something in the cooler which will kind of take you out with. Okay, so I have a little jam speaker, and it might, because it's music and you're a dancer, there might be a little dancing that you have to do.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see
hear the sound.
Let's see if this works.
Yes. Okay.
Here I go. Woo!
Let's hear it. Okay, so we have, which is hip hop, comes out of the African.
Yes.
So so we can move.
Go, Jackie!
Yeah. Just pop the chest.
Woo!
All comes out of the African.
Come on, my guest, let's go!
Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this.
All right, so I'm going to learn some moves now.
Yes. And all you're doing is just popping the chest and getting in shape at the same time.
Shimmy. Whoa. I don't know if I
Shimmy.
can do it all. Hey, welcome to my house.
Go, girl.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Jackie, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you for
here
having
today.
me. Yes, definitely.
Okay, that was really
yes,
fun.
Good.
So we'll probably be talking a little bit about your role in the sponsor for today's episode. So you're welcome to stay and watch the rest of the show.
Sure.
But you might hear me be like, Jackie and Exousia Fitness is our sponsor for today.
Yeah.
So if anyone is interested in Caribbean dance and or African dance
Or fitness.
or fitness, they can contact you.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
and before you leave, tell me how people can find you exactly.
Okay, I have an address, mailing address, but you can find me at the
Social media-wise.
Social media-wise, yeah.
Okay.
You can get. I have a website. You can get some information from my website, which is Exousia Dance and Fitness at
we might have
WordPress.com.
Okay, and I
so
think we
you
have that.
definitely can check it out there. And again, we're right now a company with dance school without walls. We go to places, so we can always come to you.
Okay.
So definitely. So you can look on my website, send the information, and we'll definitely get to you if you can't get to us.
Okay. Thank you so
You're
much
welcome.
for being here
Yes,
today. It was
yes.
amazing having
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I don't have any dance music
Okay,
to
good.
roll us off.
Great.
But that was really fun. Thank you,
Good.
Jackie.
You're welcome.
So my next guest is Alicia. She's going to have to say her last name. We've been working on this one, but
Gian Grisostomy.
Gian Grisostomy.
There we
we
go.
go. All right.
Grisostomy.
Nice to have you, Alicia. I'm so glad you're here on my show today.
Me too.
So I have to ask you what. Oh, I apologize. Alicia is a actor and a dancer. So this is following our dancing theme today. So tell us about what kind of acting you like to do.
Well, my training is in theater, so most of my experience a couple years ago was in a lot of theater, but in the last probably about 5 years, I've been really trying to expand to film and television and web series and just kind of get that whole other side of media, going. So I've been really working on tons of projects.
Right. Oh, so do tell if you can. We'll have to hear something that you're doing currently and or in the recent past that maybe will be coming out soon. And
well, one thing is that I've been doing some work on Saturdays.
Right.
And I can't really talk about it.
Oh, okay.
But there will be, if you go to my website, you'll be able to see updates. And I'm pretty adamant about keeping my Instagram up to date. So usually it parallels my Instagram and my website. So it's right there.
And I think it's right on the camera, so we have that.
And if you scroll to the top, can you see at the top? Yep, there's a little bit of the one of my debuts.
Okay. So what other so do you do? I think you said you do some theater or
I do pretty much everything. I recently it was so fun. I had this great shoot I did on Sunday.
Right.
And it was all the way in New London, which
is that in Connecticut, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever
No, I don't know. Is that near New Haven or?
Okay, well I signed
farther than that. Is it near Mohegan Sun?
Okay, I don't even know where Mohegan Sun is, but I signed the contract before I Googled it.
Okay.
And I realized
And you're like, that was a big mistake.
That was a bad idea.
The life and times of an actress.
Yes, because most of the time we're going to places we have no idea where they are. But in this case, I found out I had to take a train from Grand Central to New Haven, which was 2 hours.
Oh gosh.
Then I had to get picked up by a car and drove from New Haven to New London, which was another hour. It was a 3-hour commute.
And it was for 1 day's worth of work?
Yeah, and the shoot was, I think I had to be there at 1.
Right.
And I ended up leaving, I had to catch a 9:46 train back from New Haven.
Oh my gosh.
So it was from 1 to 8:30 we were shooting, which is, a long day, but not as long as it could have been.
Right.
And then we had to go from there, travel back. It was insane.
That's a lot.
It was
That's a
long
lot.
day.
It's a long day to be an actress.
Yes, it's very difficult.
So tell me a little bit about people like to know like the inside scoop of being an actress.
Okay.
So give me a like, how do you find out about an audition? And when you get to the place where you're gonna audition, is it like a million people with curly hair like you, or what's that experience like?
It's really interesting because when you go to auditions, you have a couple of scenarios that happen. First of all, sometimes you walk in the door and you're like, I look like nobody here. I'm in the wrong place. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, you walk in the door and you're like,
Everyone looks exactly like.
she's skinnier than me. She's got better hair than me. She looks just like me. She looks nothing like, I mean, like there's so many levels.
Right.
I remember one time I went into this audition for a film and they were casting like Italian brunette, like in her like mid-20s. And I was like, oh, I'm like, I got this. Like, I'm Italian, I'm brunette, I'm in my mid-20s. Oh yeah, I got it. So I walk in and I'm like,
whose name could they pronounce?
they never know. Ever. They're always like, how do you?
You're like, that's me.
Yeah, I was like, right here. But literally, at every single girl that walked in after me, I just kept looking at her and I'm like, wow, she looks more Italian. She looks more Italian. She looks more brunette. I mean, it's amazing in New York how you think, and everybody is unique, but somehow these casting directors manage to pull in the pool of women that all tend to just have these same certain little isms that they brunette hair, ethnically ambiguous, like mid-20s, early 30s. It's like, all these kinds of like limitations that we all seem to share.
And do you have an experience where you went in on an audition and you're like, I know everyone's probably going to be just like me, so I'm going to like either look super different or try to act differently, or do you ever have any of that, or do you just try to fit in?
Well, that's a great question. I feel like that is my constant challenge of trying to figure out when is the time to really like differentiate yourself from what they're calling for, and when is the time to be exactly what they're asking for. And honestly, I think the truth in that question is that you just have to be yourself, because most of the time you're never going to know what they want.
Right.
You're never going to know. I one time I booked a voiceover gig because I looked like the man who owned, it was a company, the man who owned the company, I looked like his ex-girlfriend that he was still in love with.
Oh my God.
Voiceover. So it was voiceover. And
that's really creepy.
He booked me and told me in the meeting after I was booked and signed that he liked that I looked like his ex-girlfriend.
Oh my God. So it's really true that they're a creepy story.
Well, there's a million. I have a million. But the thing is you never know. You don't know. If I went in, with my hair in a ponytail, would he have been like, I'm not into that. But if I came all done up and looked like his girlfriend, so you just have to be yourself and trust your gut. And anytime you feel like it's a sticky, shady situation, I say trust your gut.
Right.
You just don't go. Right. Leave. Open the door and leave.
All right, so speaking of that, I have a fun game for us to play.
I love it.
So let's see what I have in my cooler today.
Okay.
I have something really hysterical.
Okay.
Okay, it's called Bean Boozled.
Okay.
And this is how you play it.
All right.
I think it's big with like the 12-year-old set, but it could be big with people our age too.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna open one package.
All right.
All right, so what you do is, I don't know if people can read, here, can you read what any of them say so you can kind of get the idea of how the game.
Okay, lawn clippings.
Right, so so you might eat something green and you don't know if it's gonna taste like lime or lawn clippings. There's one that tastes like rotten underwear. I don't know, there's like
Peach or barf.
Yeah.
Caramel corn or moldy cheese.
Now do you see why it's big with like the 12-year-old
that's
or 10-year-old set?
Coconut or baby wipes.
I know.
That's gross.
So I figure since you're an actress, you know, this is a perfect kind of, you could feign and pretend that you really got, I don't know.
Like berry blue, but I got toothpaste.
Right,
or
I don't
vice
know.
Versa.
We'll see. Okay, so spin the thing.
Wait.
Does it spin?
Wait. Then we just go, and go.
So you landed on skunk spray.
Oh my God.
Okay, but wait, this little thing doesn't have a skunk spray.
Okay.
You gotta find, all right, it's a black licorice, right?
Yes.
Okay, get ready.
I'm ready. So now I'm supposed to.
I don't know. And it really smells like just the packaging just stunk.
Okay. I like this challenge. Okay. Let's see. Which one looks like a, okay. There's a purple, is that, no, that's green.
That looks black.
Oh, that does?
looks like the sky. All right,
Okay.
so let's see. All right,
Okay.
what's it gonna be?
All right. What do you think it is?
That might really be licorice. Because if it was skunk spray, you're...
It's skunk spray.
Oh my God, that
And
was
it's
really
disgu-
good.
Thank you. I'm an actress. Thank you.
Woo! Wait, do you want a tissue?
I swallowed it already. It's disgusting. That was gross.
I know, it's not the grossest
It tastes like
thing.
smoky, like skunk, like
I know.
animal dirt, like in the woods, like trees.
Yes,
Ugh.
it is a really gross thing.
Woo. All right, your turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right.
All right.
I'm actually really bad at this game, so let's see.
Okay.
Wait, I'm going
I
to do
think
it.
I have to
you
do
just
my
did.
method. Try my method.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Oh, wait, all right.
She just picked her own.
Okay. All right, which one did I get?
Okay. Oh, you got peach or barf.
What color is that?
It's like orange with dots. I think it's that one.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I am not really ready to do this.
Peach or barf? No. Go, Rebecca. Go. Is it barf? It's got to be
Oh my
barf.
God, it's so disgusting.
It's barf. Is it barf?
How'd you eat that? Oh my God. That's so gross.
I didn't know we had tissues on here.
Oh, that is disgusting. Okay. So, yeah. I guess I really needed to bring like a pack of gum with me or something.
Oh, that would have been.
All right, but that was like a fun game, right?
Super
so
fun, yeah.
I now know you can't wait to play with all your friends.
I can't. I'm gonna get that game.
It's like an
awesome.
acting, like new acting improv game you can
Yeah.
test out on everyone.
I just shot a pilot for a new improv web series, so I should bring that for our next shoot.
Oh, so what is your pilot about? What is it about?
Oh, it's awesome. It's called Method, and
Okay.
it's literally about all the actors that are in the pilot are improv actors.
Right.
And so we each have a shtick, and we are auditioning for an acting class.
Okay.
So there's an acting teacher, there's like, I play this girl who can't do anything without making out with her boyfriend. So
Right.
literally all they do is like make out and just like all over each other.
Right.
And then there's a ton of other weird, like crazy characters. It's so fun. We had a shoot, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was awesome.
and this was not the one in New London.
No,
Okay.
that was a separate one.
Okay.
That was separate. But it's so fun. We're hoping to, we don't have any details on releases yet, but updates will be on my website, YouTube.
Right.
And I'm also in another web series too, just so
Oh,
you know.
what's it called?
It's called What Exit. It's on Maddie G TV.
Okay.
So look for that too. We're going to be shooting our next season coming up shortly, probably in the summertime. So there'll be updates on that.
Oh, that's cool. And what is that about?
Oh, it's awesome. It's about these like Jersey girls, and I play one of the Jersey girls, and our director Sophia is awesome, and it's really just about these Italian and Greek girls and how they experience living in New Jersey and living in New York and managing boyfriends and relationships and friendships and like
Right.
diners, and it's really fun. It's a really cool show.
Sounds great. And do you do any dancing on any of these?
Yeah,
shows?
well, let's see, dancing? Not in any of these. I just recently did a dancing job for a reading, which is
Okay.
interesting.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, because it was a reading, but
But you had to
dancing.
dance while you read.
Yeah, well,
like that.
yeah, it was like a very like current, like new take on a reading, you know?
Right.
But that was the most recent thing I've done in dancing. Yeah, dancing though is always, I feel like, thrown into roles. They're always like, can you just do a double pirouette? And you're like, sure, right here.
And
split."
are you ballet trained? Is that
Well, I would consider.
classically trained?
I would say I'm more of like a jazz, like musical theater dancer.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
can kind of like give it more than I
Right.
can do the ballet. But I have always struggled with ballet. I mean, I have good lines, but
Right.
ballet is very difficult unless you've spent your entire childhood taking ballet and really working on ballet, or
Right.
even just focusing only on ballet. It's
Right.
really hard to, you know.
Yes, it is hard. You got to be like up on your toes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really nightmarish.
And I kind of like that more like
Right.
aggressive, like jazzy, like
Right.
energy. Like I like that, you know.
Right. Well, let's see if I have any music left.
Oh, okay.
Since our sponsor was last here.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see.
Okay. Play.
Oh, it's the same song. Oh! Should I keep her move going?
Yes.
Or should I add like a little like
Yeah, see if you can do her
isolation?
move. Yes. Ooh, nice. All right.
Isolation.
Woo!
Thank you. And this is a shout out
that.
to your son. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. It was amazing having you, Alicia. Wait, I forgot to can you say your last name for people?
This is what I always say.
Okay.
I say I'm Italian. If we were having dinner, I would be having pasta.
Right.
Pass the sauce to me.
Okay.
Gian sauce to me.
Okay, I love how you say that. And wait, I have one last thing for
Okay.
you. You can have one of my cooler cookies. They're,
Oh.
you don't have to eat it if you don't want, but if you do want to save it for later, they're really good.
I might save for later. Now,
Okay.
is this barf or is this going to be
it's for
skunk? No? This
This is really yummy.
Oh, they're just yummy.
And a friend of mine makes them. So
That's so sweet. Thank you
you're
so
welcome.
much.
So thank you so much for being
Yeah.
a guest on the show
Yeah,
today.
thank you. Take care.
Okay, bye, Alicia.
Bye.
So our next guest is a triple threat. Her name is Alex Chester. She is a actor, singer, and dancer. So welcome, Alex.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So what's going on with you? I the triple threat thing really, I love that.
Oh, thank you. Thank
So-
you. Worked hard for that.
Right. So what do you like to do the most?
I love to sing. I love to sing and
Okay.
act the most. I mean, dancing is always fun too. I
Right.
like doing it all together. That's why I love musical theater so
Right.
much.
Okay.
But yeah, right now I'm actually in a reading called Peter and the Wall, and it's
Okay.
going to be in New Jersey on Saturday.
Right.
So I'm excited about that, but that's a lot of acting and singing. There's
Right.
no dance in that.
Okay. So what, you also have something that you are very, very into right now. And I've been on your website and was glued to it and I couldn't get off of reading everything on there.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it is called Miso Hapa,
Uh-huh.
and you can find that at misohapa.com. And it's
And I don't know if we know how to spell it. Can we, maybe we can put up the website and people can see it because it is so fun and so creative. Can you just spell it for everyone?
It is MESOHAPA.
Okay, and there it is. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Yay!
So, and I love that picture of you. It was so cute.
Thank
So,
you.
Alex, where did that come from? Tell me a little bit about how you created that.
Well, firstly, a hapa traditionally is someone that is half Japanese, half something else.
Okay.
And I believe it started off in Hawaii as a way to call people that were hafu, halfies.
Okay.
So I took that because that's what I am. I am half
Right.
Japanese, half Russian, Romanian, Polish, English, Jewish.
And that cracked me up when I read that. How could you possibly be I guess you're 1/16 of everything.
Well, I'm half Japanese, and then
Okay.
everything else is on my mom's side. And they're more Russian, Jewish, French, Russian.
Okay, that's
like
crazy.
French, yeah, Romanian.
Right.
And so I decided that I love food.
Right.
Love food, and I think I have a unique perspective on it, being raised in a kosher household.
Right.
And now living in New York City and getting to experience all these amazing foods, and I'm not going to be kosher anymore.
Right.
I'm going to eat pulled pork.
Oh my
I'm gonna,
gosh.
I'm gonna
Your
have
poor mother.
I'm gonna have lobster, and it's
Right.
just been such an amazing thing for my taste buds and for me
Right.
to explore. And then on top of that, I have met these amazing hapas in the theater community.
Right.
And it's been so neat to hear their stories
Mm-hmm.
about difficulties in the entertainment industry being ethnically ambiguous, which I hate that word, but
Right.
and not being Caucasian enough, or not being Black enough, or
Right.
not being Asian enough, and it's very challenging. So each week I also feature a new hapa
Right.
on the website, and we talk
Which
about
was so cute.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
we talk about food and how foods influence them being raised in a multicultural household.
Right.
And we talk about the most amazing theatrical experience they've had in their career, and we talk
Right.
about difficulties in the entertainment industry
Right.
and advice to other hapas and to keep going.
Right. And something else that was so funny on your website. I know that my son is a big gamer, but it looked like you're very into games.
I love video games.
Which cracked me up. That was hysterical.
Yeah.
So what games do you like to play, and have you played
gosh.
since you were little?
Yes, I had a Game Boy when I was little, and then I had the Wii and the N64 and all that stuff.
And do you have Xbox now or no?
I used to. I don't have a gaming system here in New York.
Gosh, that is
I honestly, if I had one, I probably would never get to any auditions, and I wouldn't write a blog. I would just be glued to my TV screen and playing, Final Fantasy VII.
Right. Oh,
So,
that's really funny.
yeah.
And
But
do you like playing any of the sports games or your?
Does Wii Sports count?
I don't know, like the Madden 15, the Madden 16, the Madden 17, whatever.
No,
not into those.
No, not so much that.
Okay.
I like hack and slash and like
Right.
role playing and,
Right.
and games like that.
Okay. That cracked me up. I was like, oh my God, there are so many things on her website that she is into.
Yeah.
And it was so entertaining, and people really should go check it out.
Thank you.
I loved it. And I know you might have watched me play this fun game with Alicia, but there's no way that you're not getting to play it.
Gosh, I saw that. I was like,
Okay.
oh no, oh no.
So Bean Boozle, here it comes.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So we figured out that this kind of sticks, but we can, I guess, close your eyes and try
Okay.
'em, all right? So let's see. Which one did you get? You got peach barf. And by the way, if you eat the peach barf and it's barf, it really tastes like
Oh,
barf.
fantastic.
So good luck.
Yay.
Okay. And this,
Foodie and me will love this.
I know, right? This is a perfect game for you and all your foodie friends.
It really is.
Okay, I think it's the one with the speckles on it.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Right.
Okay, here we
Okay.
go.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Oh, it must be barf.
No, it's peach. It's
Oh, it
actually
is?
really
That's really
good. Oh my god.
Yeah, because it's Jelly Belly jelly beans.
Yeah, I got the
So, right?
peach.
That is so funny.
That's delicious.
It
I
is-
love Jelly Bellies.
Yeah, those are good. Those are really good. Although I cannot believe how thin you are and that you're a proclaimed foodie.
Well-
I'm sure you get that all the time.
Thank you. Well, I work out really hard, I think, and I also I try to eat very clean.
Right.
As much as the pictures you may see that I'm baking all the time.
Right.
But I use like organic sugar. I don't use processed.
Right.
crap.
Ooh, that's very
I don't
good.
eat processed food.
Right.
So I try to eat very clean.
Right.
And I like to know where my food is coming from.
Okay. Very
So-
interesting.
So that's why I
So do you ever find yourself down by the Hudson River fishing? Like, can we ever catch you there, catching dinner?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm gonna be foraging in the, the
Right.
park for berries. Actually, I had to do that once. There's a raspberry bush near the park where I live, and
Right.
like I was like, oh, let's try these raspberries. I see other kids grabbing them.
Oh, no,
They were
I would have never done that. That is scary.
No, they're raspberries. Oh
Right.
God, they were so sour. I was like, yeah, no.
You're like, I'll just go back to the
just
supermarket
Gonna
and get
just go
them.
buy my
Right.
raspberries. Let's not do that.
So what is your favorite, like, foodie food right now? What are you really into?
Oh gosh, I'm obsessed with ramen.
Okay, that's a big thing.
Obsessed with ramen, and that we just got a ramen place right by where I live in
Right.
Washington Heights, and
Okay.
it's the first one, and I'm so happy.
So I know, like, I've seen like some of those ramen things on some cooking shows. So what ingredients do you like in your ramen? Because I know they put like millions of different
Oh my
things
gosh.
in them.
Well, you gotta have a good soup base, a
Right.
good broth, and usually
Okay.
that takes like bone broth, what they call basically like chicken stew
Right.
or like stock.
Right.
And I love miso.
Okay.
So I put a lot of miso in mine, and I like fusion, so I add kimchi to it, so it's kind of a Korean Japanese fusion.
Okay.
And I love a poached egg. Maybe give me some bacon.
Right. You're really not a kosher person.
No, sorry, Grandma. I love you.
that is
But I still like, I made fried matzah the other night with
Ooh,
some
wow.
schmaltz. And then I love like going to the deli and
Right.
getting some corned beef and
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
So.
that's hysterical.
And Passover's coming up, so I'm gonna make dinner.
You are. Are you going to have a Seder at your house?
No, we're probably just gonna like have like fried matzah and have like a roast chicken.
Right.
And I'll do it traditionally, so
Right.
there won't be any, mixings of the
Right.
the dairy and the meat.
Right. So now I have to ask you, talking to Alicia, she was talking about doing web series. Is that like a very popular thing right now for actresses to be doing?
Definitely, and especially creating your own work is very
Right.
popular right now because there are so many actors in the industry
Right.
and there's not as much work for
Right.
us. So I feel like creating your own business, creating your own TV show or anything is
Right.
so important.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm trying to create my own theater company.
Right. Oh, yes. So tell me about that. What is it you're doing?
Well,
for
it is
that?
called We Sohapa.
Okay.
So very inclusive.
Right.
And it is to showcase multi-ethnic talent
Okay.
in New York City and to show that there is why should we be put into a box?
Right.
Like I'm always being told, well, you're not Asian enough, or you need to look more Asian, or you need to
Right.
look more whatever else.
Right.
And this just show this is who we are.
Right.
And we still have talent, and we need shows to be written for people because. To be quite honest, I feel like we're going to be the face of what United States is going to look like in another 100 years.
Right.
It's a melting pot.
Right. That's
So
very
that's
true.
so we're having a cabaret in September.
Right.
And I'm very excited about it. So we're just in the fundraising process
cute.
right now.
So what will happen at the cabaret? Will people be dancing and singing?
Mostly it'll be singing because the
Okay.
stage itself will be too small for dancing. Maybe some hoofing, some tapping could be involved.
Okay.
But there won't be like big production numbers.
Right.
And it's just to get the community involved in this and to showcase my friends and talent.
Right. Oh, that's great. And will you be singing at it?
Yes.
And do we get to hear like a little line from it, or you're
Oh,
like,
no.
I am not vocally ready for
I
that?
haven't warmed up today, but we don't know exactly what we're going to sing
Okay.
yet since we have such a long time. Right now, we're just working on finalizing where it's going to be, what our budget needs to be,
Right.
and how to pay the musicians and the actors and so
Right.
forth.
Right. Okay. Well, I have another thing for you, which I'm sure you can probably figure out what it is, because I'm not really I'm semi-original on this dance episode, but not too original. So hit it, music.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah, you know what we is.
it's a different song.
Woo! It's the same song.
Oh, it is the same song. Okay. I feel like I'm at the club.
I know, that's how you're supposed to feel.
I feel so awkward when I dance like at the club. I'm like, hey, I'm so cool.
Alex, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
being
much.
here. Wait, and I have to give you one of
Yay,
my
a cookie.
cookies.
I love cookies.
And they're chocolate covered Oreos. Consider your food. You might like them.
Yeah, like that's
Okay.
my one thing. I love Oreos. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks so much for
Thank
being
you for
here.
having me.
Okay, good luck with
you.
everything. Bye.
Bye.
So I just want to thank all of my guests today. Alicia G, something with sauce, and I know she'll forgive me. Alex Chester, and our sponsor, Jackie Gaffney with Exousia Dance Company. So thank you again for being here with me on my show. I'm Rebecca Berman, and you were in the cooler.